Welcome to this video on destructive testing versus non-destructive testing. When testing products or materials, there are two broad categories of tests: destructive testing and non-destructive testing. In this video, we will discuss the basic differences between the two, their pros and cons, and some of the methods used in each category. What is destructive testing? Let's begin with destructive testing. As the name suggests, destructive testing is a type of testing that involves damaging or destroying the product or material being tested to observe its behavior under extreme conditions. This type of testing is often used to understand the limits of a material's strength, durability, and other mechanical properties. Destructive testing is typically conducted on a sample or prototype of the product or material. The sample is subjected to a load, pressure, or other extreme conditions until it fails. The data collected during this process is then used to determine the material's strength, elasticity, and other properties. Some of the most common destructive testing methods include tensile testing, compression testing, bend test, macro test, impact testing, fatigue testing, and hardness testing. Tensile testing involves applying a force to a sample until it breaks, while compression testing involves applying pressure to the sample until it deforms or fails. Impact testing is used to measure the toughness of a material by striking it with a weighted pendulum. Hardness testing measures the resistance of a material to deformation. While destructive testing provides accurate data on a material's properties, it is not without its drawbacks. Since it destroys the sample, it is often not practical for use on expensive or rare materials. Additionally, destructive testing can only be conducted once, making it difficult to retest materials. What is non-destructive testing? Now let's move on to non-destructive testing. Non-destructive testing is a type of testing that does not damage or destroy the product or material being tested. Instead, it uses various techniques to observe the behavior of the material without causing damage. Non-destructive testing is often used to evaluate the integrity of a product or material, detect defects or flaws, and ensure that it meets quality standards. Some of the most common non-destructive testing methods include ultrasonic testing, radiographic testing, magnetic particle testing, and visual inspection. Ultrasonic testing uses high-frequency sound waves to detect defects in a material. Radiographic testing uses X-rays or gamma rays to produce images of the internal structure of a material. Magnetic particle testing is used to detect surface or near-surface defects in ferromagnetic materials, and visual inspection involves visually examining a material for any defects or flaws. Non-destructive testing is generally less expensive than destructive testing and can be used on expensive or rare materials without damaging them. Additionally, non-destructive testing can be conducted multiple times, making it easier to retest materials and track changes over time. In conclusion, both destructive testing and non-destructive testing have their advantages and disadvantages. Destructive testing provides accurate data on a material's properties but destroys the sample. Non-destructive testing, on the other hand, can be used on expensive or rare materials without damaging them but may not provide as much accurate data as destructive testing. When deciding which type of testing to use, it is essential to consider the material being tested, the desired outcome, and the available resources. By choosing the right type of testing, you can ensure that your products and materials meet the highest quality standards.